I'm going to talk about expats going broke. Every man has a story. Today, you are going to hear a sad story from a former millionaire. Most expats know what it takes to be living in the Philippines on a budget. Some expats just let it slip away to love and the Filipina and the Filipina's family. This is not the first time that this has happened. Are you security? Security?
Yes.
I know this is an unusual question.
Yes.
Sometimes I see foreigner squatters there. Foreigner squatters? They have had misfortune and they're out of money. They're sleeping on the lawn.
Like this guy. Like this guy is
Yeah, but he's staying here, right? You have a place.
Since yesterday,
But sometimes you're sleeping on the grass. Is that
9 months I was asleep with my pit bull beside the garbage. Before a Filipino was helping me.
took you in? You sit down and tell me your story. I'm a vlogger.
yeah,
What I want to do is just hear your story and show it to others because it can happen to anyone, right? You can.
Me, I was a millionaire
yeah.
before.
This is a millionaire before. I know this guy. They have a business.
I have my own 3-in-1 business, big shop.
Can I sit here?
Yeah.
This
You
man,
can sit here or you can sit here.
What's your first name?
What, Henry?
Henry.
Yeah, what, Henry?
The reason we're doing this video is because you ran out of money.
Yeah.
You're a Belgian nationality, and how did you make it to Angeles City? Tell me your story.
So when I got temporarily separated with my wife,
Filipino wife?
Filipina, she is from Pangasinan, from the
You were together for a long time or not?
Yeah, we got married after 1 month to have a relationship. She got pregnant, and out of respect for Filipina culture and religion, I married her without the consent of my in-laws, because my in-laws was against our marriage. So I got in secret marriage in Manila, in Mandaluyong, with the help of one NBI agent. And then I moved on to Las Piñas. So for several months, I transfer money from my account from Belgium to Las Piñas. I bought cars, motorbikes, and I was start a private big shop.
So you separated from your Filipino wife.
After 3 children, we had 3 children, and after we
What happened? Why did the separation occur? She spent more money than.
so long she didn't have any contact with her family, we had no any problems in our marriage. But once her father, who was an alcoholic, came to our house, because she are Filipina, you know, that stick to family.
What did the father do?
Nothing, he just work, smoke cigarettes and drinking all day long.
So he spent the money.
Yeah. He didn't spend my money, but automatically my wife goes to support her family. So indirectly, yeah. So the 2 brothers get on the shabu. One brother was for a few times in jail for robbery.
It got pretty out of control then.
So
Drinking and the smoking and the drugs.
yeah, but no.
But you started out as a millionaire.
Yeah,
Your grandpa was doing what kind of oil?
he had an own ship in import, export, maize oil, sunflower oil, coconut.
Flour and coconut oil, and he was exporting it on a cargo ship level. When he sold the ship, you eventually inherited the family money, correct? Yeah.
Not all, of course.
So, your Filipino wife and her family knew about this money, of course, right?
Well, my wife, but I don't know if my in-laws knew it. Of course, my wife was not really in favor of your family.
Yeah, but can she really keep a secret about that kind of stuff? That they
It's a question that until now I cannot answer. Of course, when I met my wife, she complained that she was the only child of 7 or 9 children who was working and supporting the family. And she told me that her mother would like to force her to marry a son of a doctor so her daughter could help her to become the housemaid. Of course. So
how long did it take for your Filipino wife and her family to spend all your money? Because
yeah,
if you're a millionaire, it takes a while to spend that kind of money. I mean, even if you spent it as hard and as fast as you could for a year, I mean, that kind of money takes a while to spend. How long did it take? How long did it take for you to go? Told me earlier that you slept on the street for
How many months?
9 months with his dog.
with my fighting line,
And a Filipino man or family took you in.
it's a policeman who found me sleeping beside the.
Police officer, yeah. And he's the one to help you.
Yeah, he's the one who was there to help me, introduce me to the barangay captain in Balibago.
Good for you, man.
And then he was helped me with a temporary job as a release officer of license, business permits, tricycle permits, but the salary was only 3,000. So I stayed there 3 months, 4 months, until a Canadian friend was called me and asked me if I could help him to translate 5 languages through answering machine. And he lives here in Timok Park. So I worked for almost 1 year for this Canadian. Then
And translating?
yeah, then I met
How much is he paying you to translate?
145 US dollars a week.
It's not bad for the Philippines. 145 US dollars a week.
But I work only 4 days.
You're a lucky man to hit bottom and then be able to bounce up a little bit. You understand? Thanks. I want to thank you for your time and your story, man. Some men that arrive in the Philippines have never had a previous relationship or have had very few relationships. Experience is priceless. All men know how much money they have. They come to the Philippines and they get a taste of their first Filipina, and if the nookie cookie's good enough, it could take over your brain. Once your brain's gone, you could lose it all. You could lose your money. I've seen it happen. Not just in the Philippines, but any country. For some men, all it takes is a couple good pokes, and they're all messed up. Common sense says if the woman is spending more money than you have,